Good evening, everybody. You're here before me. So let's just make sure we are working everywhere before I get started. And we are live on Facebook and we are live on YouTube. So I'll say hello to everybody on YouTube first. So Rob, watch later on your way home, is in London, watching the view from the bridge. Oh, is it raining there, Rob? It's raining here. So good evening, everybody. Hi, Pat, Anne, Paula, Monica, Joan, Joanne, Samantha, Sally Ann, Sandra, Helen, Joanne, Carol, SJ. I'm shortening your name to SJ. I hope that's all right. Jan, Rob again, Shell, Saz, Karen, and Margaret. So I'll wait for everybody else to get here. Let's pop over to Facebook. I think you're going to like this demo tonight. Something a little bit different. I'm using loads of stuff, so prepare yourself. So good evening, everybody on Facebook. I can see you all getting logged in now. Hopefully it's not miserable and rainy where you are, but if it is, we'll fix that and bring some sunshine into your living room or your craft room, wherever you are. And we'll have a good giggle and make a fabulous card. Well, hopefully a fabulous card. I've got lots of stuff. I'm using loads of stuff tonight, so don't tell me off. But I think you're going to like this. I thought it would be a nice idea to do something with the chalk paints and the floral curio stamps that we haven't done before. Yeah, it's miserable. It's been like it all day here, Sue. So it has. So we'll just hang on 5 minutes and let everybody else get here. While we're waiting, I can't show you the inks I'm using because I haven't decided which colours I'm using. A couple of things I will tell you that I'm using, just because I know you like to know. So we are doing a top fold card again. Oh, I might do a landscape. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm doing it tall. So top fold white card blank this time. So it's a proper card again. I'm using the little, I forgot what these are called. No, it's not a 10 o'clock finish, Patricia. I've not had my tea yet. Amber weather warnings, have you, Jean? I thought I chucked it. Oh, bless you. Hi, Edna. I can't remember what these are called, but I'm using them. I'm also using, because I've not used it for ages, and it's a fabulous texture stamp, this. This is the scratchy stamp, which will make sense when I stamp it and show you later. I'm also using the Machination 6x6 stencil. In fact, let me just see if I've got a dirty one before we start, rather than using a nice clean new one. Oh, sorry, I've just banged the camera. And if I have, I've put it away somewhere. So we'll use that one. So we're using the 6x6 Machination. So the reason I'm using the 6x6 and not the DL is because the pattern is a little bit smaller in the 6x6 one. Method in my madness. So good evening to everybody just joining. I've not done anything yet. We're just quickly going through what I'm using tonight. So stamps. There's a lot of stamps on here. And you all know I love the floral curios, and the layout that I'm doing tonight, I think you'll like the layout. It's a really, I'm going to call it clean and simple, but it isn't, because we're using lots of different techniques. I'm freezing and sat in the conservatory. Well, I've put my heating up to 23. Yeah, so the layout that we're doing tonight is lovely on tall cards, and it's also nice on square cards. You just have to adapt the pattern. And you know I absolutely love the floral curio frame stamps. Yeah. I don't know why it went dark then. So I'm gonna show you a slightly different way to use these. We're gonna use a couple of different ones. I don't know which ones yet. I haven't made my mind up. But we're gonna use them, but not as frames. And you all know me well enough to know that when I design stamps, I design them to do more than one thing. They're not just one-track ponies. So showing you another way to use your cascading frames. If you haven't got the cascading frames, we'll shove links all over when I get started. But I was saying to Karen earlier, for some reason, the introductory offer is still on these on the website. So somebody, either me or Karen, has forgot to take it off. So if you haven't got these, I'm going to leave that introductory offer on for the complete set until tomorrow. Only until tomorrow, and then I'm going to take it off myself. I've written it on my to-do list for tomorrow. And we're also going to team it up with some of the original Floral Curios. So if you haven't got these stamps in your stash, these are absolute must-haves. I've been using these since... when did I do these? These were done in 2022. And these were done this year, I think. Oh, no, last year. So I'm still using these stamps all the time. And to me, that means it's a good design. It's a good product that you know you're going to get your money's worth from. So we've got all the cascading frames, and I've got all the original Floral Curios. I've also got... now, I'm not going to use all of this, I don't think. I might not use this one. We'll see. But I've got the Notebook Botanicals Wonderful Wings because I want a butterfly. And the Floral Curios Beautiful Blooms is the set that has all the individual flowers in. So if I just show you this, I think it comes as part of the complete set anyway. But if I just show you these side by side, I'm not sure why it's got... let me just mess with this light. Is that better? You can see that these are bigger. These are bigger than the ones that are in the frame stamps. So it means you can extend and you can do borders and you can do backgrounds and so much more. So I might use them, I don't know. And then I've got the sentiments. These are the sweetheart sentiments that come with the... these are the sweetheart sentiments that come with the doodah, the Floral Curios Cascading Frames collection. What a mouthful. So quite a lot of products, and I've not finished yet. We are also using... now this is a very, very special treat for you, everybody, because Karen has been very kind and I am using the new chalk paints. So the ones that I released just a couple of months ago. And she's done the usual thing. We are spoiling you, I think. But then you deserve it. So we're doing the usual thing now that we're doing on Monday evenings, which is giving you a 30% off code. So the 30% off code for tonight, everybody, is for the new paint colours, which I can't quite believe, but there you go. It might help for the people who have struggled to choose a set. Not the doodah, yeah, doodah. It's better than a swear word, Elaine. Can you imagine? Have you, Emma? Good. So now my light's gone really bright, which is an absolute pain in the neck. I'll bring these in and show you. So the code PAINT. So when you're checking out, if you put the code PAINT into your discount code thingy-me-bob, doodah, you will get 30% off the sets of 5 of the chalk paints. Now I'm just going to tell you, it is only the 3 new ones. It's only the 3 new sets, and they are at the top on the web page. So when you get to the website, which I'll get you a link in a minute. In fact, I'm going to get it now. Let me just get the link for you now. Here we go. So when you click on this link, it's the top 3 sets. So I'm going to do this on Facebook, and I'm also going to give you the code on YouTube as well. So this might help because 30% is a decent discount, everybody. Take advantage of it. It's only until... oh, I can't remember how long it's for. So forgive me, I can't remember how long it's for because I don't usually do all that. But it's a brilliant opportunity for you to get these 3 latest sets with a 30% off deal. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly show you them. I can't remember what sets... oh, I can. Why is my light really bright? Bear with me, everybody. I'm just going to turn one of these off. No, it's not much better. Oh, no, it looks like we're in the dark. Oh, there you go. That's better. All the lights are off bar one. So this set that I'm holding up here, I'm not going to go through all the colours, but this set here is the coastal set. You can see them better on the website because for some reason my lights are just being naughty. Turn this one off as well. No, now we're pitch black. I hope the neighbours don't think I'm up to anything. This one is another one. I'm not going to go through them all. You can have a look on the website. But in true Phill fashion, I'm probably going to use 3 colours tonight. So you know what that means. That means I'm going to use one from each set. So sorry, everybody. Let me just put these back on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. Sunday at midnight, Karen says. Sunday at midnight is when the code runs out. So you've got until Sunday. It's just a really good way to save a little bit of money. Hasn't frozen for me. I had a message from Facebook to say they are updating. What? While I'm doing the live, Jean? Well, that's a bit naughty. Are we back? There might be, Chrissy. So let's have a look and choose 3 colours. So top tip. Most of you know me well enough to know that I either use 1 colour or 3. I very, very, very rarely just use 2 colours. And I can't help you choose a colour, a set, because they're all absolutely stunning. You can see the colours better on the website. So if you go on the website, you'll be able to see all the individual colours that come in each set. So I don't know whether to... This is why I haven't got the ink pads out, because I couldn't make my mind up. I couldn't decide which colourway to go for. So I think I'm going to go... Shall we go... I'm using French beige. I know that for a fact. So French beige... powder blue, French beige, powder blue, pale pistachio. That's pretty, isn't it? Oh. This reminds me of Neapolitan ice cream. So I think I'm going to go... I am. So the colours I'm choosing tonight, the colours I've gone for are ballet slipper, powder blue and French beige. So it's a really dusky, almost shabby chic colour palette. And we're going to use these paints in a couple of different ways tonight. And you know it's one of my favourite products I've ever done. If you haven't had any of the chalk paints, I cannot recommend them enough. Hi Helen. Hi to everybody who's just joining. I cannot recommend these paints enough. They do everything that we need and more, which is a bit of a bonus. Any idea when the next online workshop? Do you know what, Samantha? I honestly haven't had time to look. However, next Saturday, we've still got 1 place left. It's my place right enough, but we've still got 1 place left on my mixed media canvas workshop next Saturday in the shop. If anybody wants that space, message Karen straight after the live on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page and get yourself booked in. I finished my canvas, not yesterday, the day before, and it's stunning. It's absolutely stunning. I can't show you, obviously, because it's not fair to the people that are coming on the workshop until they've done it. So let's get cracking. So I've got a couple of pieces here of the ice white card, and I'm just going to show you how I've matted and laid the front of this card. So my base, you know, I always have two or three, sometimes more layers. We've only got 3 on this. So for the front of the card, I've left myself a bigger border and then 2 layers. So this top piece is the one that I'm going to work on first. And this is going to be multicolored with the 3 colors, but these are going to be individual colors and all will become clear. So we're going to work on the piece that's going on the card first. Let me just get a drink. It's this Saturday, bloody hell. It's a good job I finished the canvas the other day then. You're going to love it. If you come into the workshop next week in the shop, you're going to absolutely love it. It's taken me 4 days to do it. So I honestly don't know how we're going to get it done in 4 hours. But hopefully, I can make it a little bit quicker. Karen, would you do me a favour, please? Somebody's just messaged me on Facebook. It's popped up on my phone. Can you pop the link on for the Cascading Frames bundle, please? Just to save me going looking for it. Before I'm definitely putting it back to proper price tomorrow, so go and grab it. So we are going to work in a slightly different way, and I am using all 3 colours. And we're going to start with the palest, which I think is the... no, we'll start with the darkest. So these paints are just stunning. Stunning, stunning, stunning. Do you know what, Elaine? You know, if I'd have been 10 years younger, I might have thought about that. Can you do a pop-up shop next to me in Crystal Peaks, please? Well, it's easy for you to get to, Lee. Yeah, it's throwing it down here as well, everybody. Kelly, what have I missed? He does, doesn't he? I'm assuming you're talking about me. French beige. It's a lovely colour. Right, so let's get cracking. So what we're going to do, we're going to use the paints in a slightly different way. You've seen me do watercolour backgrounds before with the paints. I'm going to try and focus just on this half of the card. So this is a really good tip. Oh, I wish, Elaine. I wish. Hi, Karen. Not to worry. Hi, Leslie. Hi to everybody just joining. So if you've watched me for a long time, you will know I'm a little bit pedantic about the layout of my cards. And for me as a crafter, as a card maker, one of the things that I enjoy, aside from all the techniques, one of the things that I enjoy the most is deciding on a layout and deciding where things are going to go. Now, we all know that card making is an evolution. You change things, ideas evolve. But I know that normally when I'm doing an L-shaped layout, I would traditionally do it this way. But we're not. We're doing it in reverse today. So I want colour in a reverse L. And normally I would put the paint on the mat, mix it with water, and then I would pick it up like this. We're not doing that tonight. We're doing it slightly different. So let me just grab a couple of brushes and let's the fun begin. It's a lovely evening here, but weather warning for tomorrow. Do I ever come? Sandra, we used to do Ali Pali and things like that, but the whole industry has changed. The craft shows are not the same. I love coming out meeting you all, but it's time. Time is my biggest enemy. I say it all the time. Right, so this time we're doing it in a slightly different way. I am going to mix my paints, and I'm going to give you another tip that I can't believe I've never given you before. So my misters, these have gone cold now, but I filled them up about 15 minutes ago with warm water. So when you're using if you're going to have a go at this technique, use warm water, not hot, just warm. And warm water for some reason makes the paints move a little bit freer. This has gone cold now, typical. So I'm just going to use, we're going to do a watery background in a reverse L in the 3 colours. And I'm going on with the darkest colour so that when I go on with the lighter colours, it will tone it down. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm not sure why all of a sudden my lights have decided to be naughty. I think it must be Facebook. I don't think it is my lights because they're exactly the same. I've got lights all over. But hey ho. Right, so a little bit of paint from the lid. What we want is pale and interesting. So this is literally just a little bit of paint from the lid. And that's probably as strong as I want it. In fact, let me just put a little bit more in. If honestly, trust me, for anybody new who's watching me for the first time, or anybody who hasn't got a set of these paints, please get yourself a set, any set, and have a go. Look at all the videos that I've done, yeah? Look at all the videos I've done on Facebook and on YouTube, and the things you can do with them are just fantastic. So, plain water now. So I'm using a big brush for this. Oops, I've lost a bit. And I'm going to go straight onto the card with the water. And I'm using quite a lot of water. This is not watercolour card. This is my ice white card. And I have put a link in the description. So now I'm going to dab the paint on, look. So this now gives me a little bit more control. So I can put the colour where I want it. Love that. I love it already. Love it already. Can you see, look, how that's... Look at these lights. Why are these lights doing... Let me turn one of these off. Is that any better? There you go. If I tilt it to the side, you can see it. I'm going to move these because it's bugging me. So I've taken one of the lights away and that's actually a bit better. That's made it worse. There you go. So we've now got the first colour on. And we're going to repeat that process. I'm not going to waste that. Is Facebook updating now? That's just ridiculous. So then we'll go on with the blue. I think we'll finish with the pink. So can you see how pale I've got this? And it's a good idea to, it is, you will get better results from the hot press watercolour card. But I'm not worrying about that. Because what happens when you use the ice white card, particularly when you go on with the colour like I am now, it will give you lots of different tones. So repeat this process with the blue. It's a beautiful shade of blue, this. So I'm just dabbing this on. You can see there's no skill required to this. Just dab it on. Dab it on. So that is the blue. I'm not... Oh, I shouldn't have cleaned the brush, but I did. I've cleaned my other brush. I shouldn't have, but for some reason I did. And then we're going to repeat that with the pink. So hopefully you can see how soft that is in the background. There's not much in there, so I'll go from the pot. I'm running out of space. And we'll repeat this with the... Oh, that was lucky. I nearly did. I nearly did it. Nearly dipped the blue brush into the pink pot. And then you would have... The air would have been blue. So same with the pink, I'm going to add more water. So it's really quite wet. And then the same with the pink. And the pink is actually the palest colour. I thought the blue would have been the palest, but it isn't. It's the pink. So this does look like a Neapolitan ice cream apart from the blue. So we've now got 3 colours on there. Oops. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my mister and I'm going to squirt the edges. So I've taken the mister and I've sprayed the edges, and look what's happened. I'll try and lift it up so that you can see it. It's completely softened all those edges, right? So I'm going to pop this to one side. I'm not going to do anything to that now. I'm going to leave that to dry. Oh, I'm too old for stretching like that. And then we're going to pick this up with the other bits because we're going to stamp over this. So let me just... I'll use the big brush just because it's quicker. So I'm literally just mopping this up now. But instead of doing picking up, I'm doing this, look. Can you see what happens when you do it with a big brush? There you go. We've got the texture going in there straight away. Clean that. In with the blue. So these now are separate colours. So I haven't wasted any of that paint, which Leonie would be most impressed with that. So we've got 2 bits of scrap. And then I just need to do the last one, which is the beige. So French beige, come on, come to daddy. Oh, look at this colour, it's lush. So I now know, because I've gone for the brown tone. Oh, look at that colour. Because I've gone for the like shabby chic colour. I'm trying to get the texture in there, look. I'm trying to get the wavy lines in it. There you go. So I now know that I need a brown ink pad. And I'm going to go dark brown, I think. So lids on paints. Pop that to one side to dry. Clean your brushes, Phill. These paints go forever. Forever. So I'm just trying to get the paint off this brush. And one thing as well that really impresses me, because you know what I'm like, I usually leave my paint brushes in this jar for a week on end, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, longer. I mean, I've just cleaned this and look at the state of it. But it washes off. Even if it dries up, it will just wash off your brushes. So let me just clean this bit up, and then we will get painting the grey board. So we've now used the paints in a slightly different way to how I've shown you before. We've diluted, we've wet the card, we've diluted the paint, and then we've dabbed it on. And then we've sprayed it again with water, and then left it. Sprayed the edges. If you spray the edges, when that dries, you end up with lovely soft edges. And that's what we're looking for. So that's going to take a while to dry. Let me just check on my background. Oops. Oops. I won't swear because I'm live. So leave that there to dry. I'm leaving that there as long as I possibly can to dry. So we'll come to the grey board now. So So I want one of these gorgeous little frames. I can't remember what they're called. I apologise. That's not too bad there, is it? Yeah, I can't remember what these are called. I apologise. And I want all three. So if you look at these grey boards, I told you, I remember I put the I picked the piece of card, the background with the reverse L. I picked it up and all the water dripped off it. Think it's safe to say that card can take a lot of water. It's funny, Linda, because the card that I use, most of you know that I use the hot press watercolor card when I'm doing colouring, maybe more than I do for background techniques and stampy techniques. But the ice white card, which it is on the website, we always have the ice white in because it's what I use the most. I usually get boxes and boxes of it. In fact, I think I've got 3 boxes here in my craft room. But you can chuck all sorts at it. Even when that's dried, if I need it. Layered frames, thanks, Mel. So these lovely layered frames, I've just remembered what they're called. When I first released them, I remember showing you that they've got, when I designed them, I've designed them with three layers. I'll use this one because that's what I've just popped out. It doesn't matter which design it was. So that now means I can use all 3 colours with 3 layers. So I am just going to paint these now. So we're now, I can't wait till Saturday. I can't wait till Saturday. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I was going to make another one with you, but I don't know whether I'd have time because teaching you at the same time. So now we are going to colour these frames with the matching, to match the background. So one of each. So one of each colour. And I'm probably going to go for the solid one with the colour that is least dominant on the background. Okay? It's absolutely throwing it down here as well. So I need 3 brushes for this. Just making sure I've got all the water out of the brush. I do apologise. Let me just get over to YouTube. We'll have a go at that this week. Just add water to them, pull it, makes them lighter. You've got the quite... So, or mix gesso with it, Paula. Remember, you can mix the colours together as well. You haven't used grey board yet, Karen. Oh, looks so cool. Love creating my own backgrounds. Yeah, so do I, Monica. Yeah, and this is a really wishy-washy background, but obviously you can make them stronger just by using less or more paint. So this card is absolutely saturated. So I can see, look, that the least dominant colour in here is the pink. I can only see little patches of pink. So I'm going to do that. This is absolutely wet through. So I'm going to do the solid one in the pink. We might be here till 10 o'clock. So I'll do that first. The pink might need 2 coats. I'm not going to prime it. I never bother priming it. Can't see the point. In fact, I might stipple it. Yeah, I'm going to stipple it. Remember as well, if you want more texture, if you use the gritty texture medium first, leave that to set so you can get lots of peaks and troughs. Leave that to set and then paint over it. That looks fab as well. Oops. So I'll just let that dry. I won't clean the brush because I know I need to do it again. So the least dominant colour in the background is the solid frame. This was blue, so this one will be beige. We've got loads to do, so forgive me if I miss a question. I'll try and look at them later once I've eaten. For me, you've known me for long enough. So for me, the introduction of the paints and the paste and everything to our range, that was 1 coat. Oops. one coat. Let me show you the difference. I don't know that you can see that because the lights are rubbish, but hopefully you can. And I'm not going to clean that brush. And then we'll move on to the other frame and we'll do that in the powder blue. So I am stippling rather than painting it on. And the reason I do that is because these paints are so, I don't know what the right word is, so velvety, let's go with velvety, that they will hold some of the texture, they will hold some of the stippling. So it's just a bonus, it's a double whammy. So that's not quite dry yet, but I know for a fact I need to do these two again. I don't need to do the blue again, that's perfect. Which is bizarre because the blue is quite pale. You would assume that I needed to do 2 coats with the blue, but no, 1 is enough. It's perhaps just as well you don't live near the shop. Hire a bus and do a tour around the country. We did talk about that a few years ago, but I would need a bus like Britney Spears has. I don't think I could afford it. So we'll just pop that to one side and let that dry for a second because I need to go over the pink again. In fact, let me just show you this because you'll be able to see how it's, there you go, look, you can see the texture, that's just from the paint. That's straight onto bare grey board just with paint. Amazing. Take it from somebody who's been around for a long time. That is amazing. So we are going brown. Let me see which brown I want to go. Not that one. I'm going to go dark brown. Let me see. Let's see which brown I want to use. Brown always looks nice with pink and blues, and obviously we've got the French beige in there. I'm not rushing this tonight. I'm trying not to force dry the cardstock. See, look at this palette. It's stunning. So let's just put these together. Oh, I like them all except for the middle one. So do we go... Phill. Now this is why I usually choose the colours before I go live. Oh, I'm torn between the top one and the bottom one. Because I like dark brown with shabby chic colours, which are like pale pinks and beiges. Try and get that so that you can see it better. But that one looks nice, sand dune. No, I'm going dark. Go with your instincts, Phill. Go with your instincts. And my instincts are telling me dark. Hi, Dorina. Emma said the middle one, and the middle one is the one that I dismissed straight away, If I try and show you, it's a bit reddy, look. It's a bit like a chestnut brown, the middle one, which is wrong. I'm going with the dark one, which is Fallen Leaves. Right, so let me just do this again. Because that's now dried enough for me to go on with another coat. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I do love stippling these. It's a bonus that you get the texture from them. Okay, pop that there. Put the lid on. And let me just do the French beige one again. You can't see this, but that's actually covered really, really well. and it's a beautiful dusky beige colour. It's beautiful. You cannot go wrong with the chalky finish. If you're somebody who's not used to paints, the chalky matte finish is just really classy. So let's show you how that looks. I'm just going to clean this. Do I need to clean this? No, not yet. I'm trying not to forget the order I need to do everything. So if I just tilt that to the side, can you see the texture on that pink piece? And that will dry like that. Amazing. Amazing. So let's just check this background. It's absolutely saturated, but look how soft that is now, look. Oh, bloody lights. I'm going to swear. I'm going to change my phones round next week because the phone I'm using for my camera is my old iPhone. Maybe I need to use my new one. But it's getting there. Slowly but surely. Right, let me wedge it. Wedge it in between. If I wedge it between two tubs, it might flatten at the same time. So now we're going to come to these, and these are now dry. Oh, lovely, lovely. So now we're going to look at the frames. And all 6 of these frames, I've not cleaned the brushes. I know I haven't cleaned my brushes. I've left them on purpose because I'm going to use the paint again. So the bit that's left on there will get used up. The light's going light and dark, and now they're tapping with the stippling. I bet your neighbour. Wedging? Who's wedging? Right, so we're going to use the Floral Curio stamps. I have already told you that we've still got these on the introductory offer, but I'm taking it off tomorrow. So if you want them, get them tonight is what I'm saying. Certainly get them before I remember in the morning. I've written it down on my notepad. So instead of using them as frames, I want to create a cascade of embellishments to go up my card. And I'm going to stamp over the chalk paint and fussy cut them out. And you know what? It could be any of them. That's a good one. So we'll use that. That's also a good one. And that's also a good one. Oh, they're all too good. What I'm looking for is the longest one. So circle. That's too much like a corner. That's too much like a corner. So they're the ones we're going for. So we are using the Corsage Oval, the Posy Circle, and the Posy Chic label. And I need 6. I need 6 or maybe even 7 from this. And you remember when I did this, I did it just like that, so that we get the different shades in the paint in the background. So let's just stamp one. These are being stamped in the brown. I'm going to actually see if I can get 3, 1 in each, so 3, 6, 9, 3 from each set. So the same frame on in each colour. So I know I only need this section. It's fabulous when you've got stamps that do lots of different things. Get them, everybody, because it's quite a decent discount again. You're happy, bunnies? I hope so, Linda. Well, this is why we try to do all the deals and the discounts for you, because it's a dear do, let's face it. What we love to do is not a cheap hobby. So wherever we can, we will always try and help you. So I'm going to stamp this 3 times now, 1 in each colour. And you've got to trust me now. So all I want is the actual solid part, the bit that's connected. And this is, I'm just checking it's dry enough to stamp on, and it is. So let's just stamp there. That was well placed. There you go. Look, Karen's just popped the bundle on that's still got the discount code. Take advantage, everybody. It's only by pure fluke that it's still on offer, because it should have come off the week after we released them. And I'm surprised none of us have noticed. So you can see here, look, I'm not placing, it doesn't matter if I have any white bits, pale bits, strong bits, it won't matter. I mean, look how well they stamp over paint. Oops. Oh, that's driving me mad. So when I go close to the camera, it makes it dark. Why is that? Is that just Facebook being Facebook? I don't know, but I'm going to swear at somebody in a minute. So we've got 3 different frames, which give us 3 different floral bouquets. I have got to fussy cut them, but they'll take me like 5 seconds. Clean the stamp and change. This is a brilliant way, and I know for a fact that Emma will have a go at this. So I can't wait to see what you come up with, Emma. It's a brilliant way to make your stamps work twice as hard. The Floral Curios are one of my all-time favourites. And who knows, there may be a new addition to Floral Curios. Who knows? Well, I know. And now we'll repeat that with the circle, because all of these designs are slightly different. Waldy Patricia. No, don't cure. I think it is the phone, Emma. Although it's the same one I've been using for weeks. So why it's all of a sudden started doing that, I don't know. Please take advantage of that lovely discount. Let's see if I can do it above. Oh yes, I'm loving this. Absolutely loving it. This is me in my element. It's very muggy. It's got very warm in my room all of a sudden. Sorry, Linda. I wonder if it is a Facebook thing then, Emma. I might not use all of these, but I'm doing them whilst we've got the painted background and the stamps out. You may as well do it while you're doing it at the same time. And then change to the last frame. Oops. Let me just say hello to everybody on YouTube. I've neglected you. I do apologise. It's on the YouTube video, Saz. It's a good job Saz is there, keeping everybody informed. I am a tease. I'm naughty. I'm sorry. It's one of the lights being covered when the card comes up. It not really, Anne, because the lights are above my phone. I'll try it next week with my other phone, just to see if it makes a difference. But it's just strange that it's Facebook. We just get one problem resolved and then you end up with another one. So the last frame, which is the chic label, and repeat. So I was right to go brown, look, the dark brown. I need to just bring that across a bit more. I love these frame stamps. If somebody else had done these, I would have bought them. So I'm trying to make sure I've got enough space for a butterfly. Let's try that. Let's try that. Yeah, that's fine. Same again. So all the time it's taking me to do this is actually giving that cardstock time to dry. And I can tell you now that the card will be buckled. So once it's dried, I need to then wet it again on the back. And then squash it again. This is not a project for the faint-hearted. Let's try and get this on. I don't want pink for the butterfly, so that's all right. Perfect. And then I'm just going to stamp 2 butterflies whilst we've got the ink out. So the butterflies, so rather than using a die cut, I haven't used any dies at all tonight. Everything is stamps and paints. And I just wanted to show you that you can do fabulous things without lots of dies. So let's just find a butterfly. Where are you? Where did I put the stamps? Here they are in front of me. I'm actually on next Friday and Saturday, everybody. Kathleen's just said as Phill is on CNC on the 27th, but I'm actually on the 26th and 27th. So I'm doing half of a 1 day special. I don't like doing 1 day specials. So I'm actually on next Friday at 6 and 9, and then next Saturday at 10. So let me just see which size butterfly I want. That size, I think. Actually, let's have 2. Let's have 2 different ones because we can. So I don't want pink because we've got pink on the solid frame. It's a good job this is a 2-hour demo tonight. And then a blue one. Do you know, if I had time, this is the kind of thing I'd do every day. Oh, sugar, I've used the same butterfly. I'm not going to waste it. For me, this is what crafting is all about. Playing with all the different products, trying all the different ways of using them, all the different techniques. Gone are the days where I would just stamp something and be happy with it. We're now transforming. Look how fab that looks. It looks white on yours. Oh, there you go. It looks white on your screen, but I promise you it isn't. It's these bloody lights. Swear words. Facebook, if you're listening, you're bloody rubbish. I might just start doing this on YouTube if Facebook can't get their act together. Right, so butterflies, I've just popped them there for now. I'm going to get a drink and I'm going to quickly fussy cut all these bits out. So on the stamping, if I show you this, you can see, look, that I don't want these little loose flowers, the ones that are falling off. I want the actual embellishment. And if you look at these three, you can see that they're all different shapes. So what it means is I can cascade up my card. You know I like to do cascades with the different embellishments, and we're also going to make them a little bit stronger, which is why I didn't colour the clean the brushes. It's supposed to be non-stick. Right, so let's just fussy cut. Snip, snip, snip. So I'm not going right up to the edge. I'm just going to do this loosely. Nobody wants to watch me cutting out for 3 hours. So what we've now done is we've taken those frame stamps and we've changed them to make actual embellishments. And because the flowers in the frame stamps are small, it looks really, really pretty and effective. So I'm not going up to the lines. I don't know whether you can see. In fact, I'm not even worrying about the lines. I'm just cutting these out very loosely. So I will end up with 9. I might not use 9. But 9 little embellishments that we've created from a stamp that's designed to hold sentiments. Now, I think that's fabulous. And I am rushing this. I'm not cutting it quick, neat. It actually adds to the overall finish. So we've now created that little embellishment just from a bit of chalk paint, a bit of cardstock, and a pair of scissors. Get a drink, Phil. Thanks for telling us. Hi, Hope. You cut, we'll chat. This will be interesting. Yes, there will be a sneaky peek next Monday. Next Monday will be Christmas sneaky peek. I can't wait to show you. So I'm just going to whiz around these. Talk amongst yourselves while I'm fussy cutting. I've got one eye on the camera though, so don't call me. Oh, I love this. I love that these stamps do so many different things. So I might use all 9. Look, 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 look. Little embellishments. These are going to be brilliant cascading up the card. I'm a happy bunny. So start from this side. You're going to like Christmas or the Christmas products, even if you don't like Christmas cards. Because I know Wendy doesn't do Christmas cards, but Wendy, I might even tempt you. So I'm just going around quickly, and again I've already said don't worry about, I'm actually leaving a little border, and it adds to the overall finish. I think it will separate the images a little bit. So that little edge that I've left on these will actually give us some separation between the two when I start layering them up. So they are the pale blue ones, and I promise you they are pale blue. They look white on your screen, but they're not. They are pale blue. There's no cracking at all, look. Remember, you can use these paints on any any surface, porous or non-porous. So you can use them on glass. Might need a few coats, but you can definitely use them on glass. You can use them on metal. So again, just whizzing round. And what's nice about this, because I've used the same image on all three colours, we're actually going to end up with a lovely separation between the designs and the colours. Oops, that's too big a border. I'm not cutting all these little floaty flowers out, but you all know me well enough to know that if I was doing this myself and I wasn't doing a live, all these little floaty flowers would be cut out as well. Can you see them all? But not for a live. So let me just put this on while I'm still... Oh, what's this? While I'm just cutting out, let me just put this on to remind you all. It's the best time to treat yourself to a packet of the paints. The code will only work on the new sets of 5. So it has to be the 3 new sets of 5, which is what I'm using anyway. And 30% is a nifty little bonus. I always say I'm rubbish at cutting, but I've managed to get around the antennae. Let me take that off before it makes you all dizzy. So it's not taking me that long, look. I promise you I'm trying to be as quick as I can. You're in for a treat for Christmas. Something I've not done before. And I'm just going to give you all a little heads up, and I shouldn't do this. But I am. I'm going to do it. There are no new Christmas papers this year. However, if we've got any of the winter mist, the festive florals, I think it was called, you need to get them. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like me spending all your money? Oh, I love this one with the little daisies on it. After I've cut these, I just need to check the background, because we need to start working on the background. We're going to add a little bit more texture with the stencil and the paints, but we have to start with that watery background for a base. So everything will be stamped over that watery background. And I love that we've got paints that can give us a watery background, a watercolour background, that you can colour images in with, and that you can also do all the other fabulous techniques that we like to do. Oops, that's too big a border. I can't see what you're saying just yet, but I will look in a minute. There's no point me doing these things ahead of time. I know it would save us a bit of time, but I like you to see me doing it. If you like pretty cards, if you like shabby chic, if you like florals, these stamps are for you. So pink, 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 powder blue, French beige. So I'm on the last leg. What time is it? Oh, it's only 8:05. Why am I panicking? Oops. Crafts before cooking. Oh, it's a good job Karen's keeping an eye on the banter because I'm missing it all. I'm gutted. I'll catch up. I promise you. Well, you know I do. So when I've finished my live and I've eaten or caught up, got a coffee, I always sit and read because quite often you'll see that I reply to you after the live, sometimes even the day after. But I promise you I read every comment and I always have a good giggle. So last bit, we're on the last bit. Oh, thank you, Karen. That means I'm doing a good job. I think, do you know what I think is different, Karen? And I think it's because you've all seen me for near on 20 years. And I've evolved. I've changed how I craft. But throughout the whole time I've been doing this, I've tried to teach you as much as I can. And particularly now, because we are our own brand and not with anybody else, I've got the freedom now to do all this kind of thing. And I am a crafter. First and foremost, I'm a crafter. So I always design everything that I do, as you know, with you all in mind and myself. So let's just do this last butterfly. And then we'll get the paints out again. I'll check the background. If I forget to check the background after I finish cutting, somebody remind me, please. Because it needs to be drying for me to work on it. Oops, that's a bit thick. That'll be fine. So we've got a couple of choices at this stage. And this will explain to you why I did 3 washes with the separate colours. So I know you can't see that this is French beige because the light is really rubbish. But this butterfly, I wonder if I put it on the white card. There you go, look, you can, oh, you can't. Maybe a little bit, but this butterfly is French beige. So I did the 3 colour swashes, or colour washers. So we've got 9 embellishments of the flowers that I can cascade up my card, yeah. And it also means that if I want to, I'm not going to do it tonight, but if I wanted to, we've already got a French beige base on here, so I could go in with my water brush and I could colour in sections with the other 2 colours. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to use colour on tone. Let's check my card. Check the card. Check the card. It's saturated, so guess what I'm going to do? It's not saturated, it is drying, but it's taking too long. So I'm just going to plug my heat gun in. Let me show you this now, look. I'm trying to show you the texture on that, but... Oh, bloody lies. This is driving me mad. Come further away. Come closer. There you go, look. Can you see the texture we've got on there now, look? And that's just from the paints. No texture paste or anything. I I don't normally oh, I didn't need to do that. I don't normally recommend this, everybody. So if you are going to have a go at this, I would leave it to dry naturally. Can you see how soft that is now? That'll do, that'll do. That will do. So I'm trying to show you how soft that's gone now, look. That's a better angle. No, it's not. Which is the best angle to show you, because all you can see is beige, but it's not. Anyway, before I lose my patience with it, we're now going to add some scratchy. And we're also going to stencil through there as well. Now I've chosen the Mechanation stencil. Remember I told you at the beginning, and I've chosen Mechanation because it's got the gears in, but it's actually a really dainty design. So don't think that gears and cogs and things are just for men's cards, because they're not. This is going to be a pretty card, and we're going to use the paints through this, but we're going to stamp first with the scratchy. And scratchy is one of my, oh, I say it all the time, don't I? But scratchy is a beautiful stamp. It's very grungy, but it works really well with this style of card. So I just need another bit of kitchen roll. Let me see if I've got a dirty piece anywhere. I'm sure I have somewhere. There we go. Dirty piece of kitchen roll. So we're going to create a little bit of, remember, these little embellishments are going to create a cascade up this card. So I just want some scratchy texture in between. And this this fallen leaves is quite a strong brown, as we saw. Let me show you what this looks like. This is a fabulous stamp. It's one of the rubber stamps. How fab is that? I remember doing this. But I'm going to do second generation. I'm doing it freehand. Let me just see if second generation is pale enough. No. So let's try third generation. Third generation is perfect. So let's do it on the other side. So all I'm doing is a little bit here and a little bit through there. Third generation. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. At least you know I can count. 1, 2, 3. You can see I'm going close to the edge. And I'm trying to follow. Oh, look how gorgeous that is in third generation. I'm trying to follow loosely the reverse L. I'll take that off the edge again. Spot on. Absolutely spot on. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. As I've been known to say a few times. I need to look for a date for the next online workshop. Somebody remind me in a few days. No, don't remind me tomorrow or Wednesday. Remind me on Thursday. So we're now starting with this background. So remember at the beginning I said to you, I'm leaving the paint on these brushes. So these little brushes that I used earlier, I've left the paint on them. And now we're going to go over this background. Only to 3. Can't believe anybody wouldn't order direct from Ikea. You were so quick to deliver. What have I missed? You are funny. So we've done the background with a step. So we've done the watery background. I can see the pink, the blue, and the French beige in there really clearly. I know you can't because of this dodgy lighting or dodgy phone. So now we're going over that background with the machination, and I'm just going to choose small areas. I don't want it everywhere, and I'm using the paint that's on the brush. Let's do the pink first. In fact, that's far too much. So I'm just loosely, very loosely, choosing some of the design from the stencil. Machination is fabulous, everybody. Please, please, please don't think it's just for men's cards. You can see I've put this on a diagonal. I'm not using it even in a square. And I'm doing this very loosely. And what happens is when we go over the stamped background, oh, that's just lush. That's just fab. It's toning down that background stamp even more. So scratchy is now becoming itchy. We've now turned scratchy into itchy. Let me just do a little bit off the edge with the pink. Fabulous. I absolutely love that. I'm not cleaning the stencil. I'm going in with the blue. And I'm going to go where I was already so I can line that up, sort of. Or can I? I can. I will. There it is. So I'm just going to stipple a little bit of the blue. So a little bit over the pink and a little bit at the side. So you've got some blue bits, some pinky blue bits. And all this paint is what's left over from when we did the painting of the grey board. Oh, that's so lovely. So lovely. And even if you don't like, I can't even call this a grungy background because it isn't. It's just very vintage, very shabby. And then we'll finish off with the beige, the French beige. Easy to line up again. I think you can get away. I'm not going to go over. Oh, I might do a little bit. That's dried up too much. I think because the design is small on the machination, 6x6 particularly, you can get away with using it for girly projects. It very much reminds me of Neapolitan ice cream, this card. So we've now used these paints to create a watercoloured background. We've then painted grey board with these paints. Then we've created a wash with them and stamped over them. And we're now using them to stipple through a stencil. Now you tell me another product that you can do so much with, because there isn't. That looks amazing. I'm going to try and show you this close up in a minute because honestly, it looks fantastic. Oh, no, that's not right. That's it. I'm just trying to make sure we see bits of all three colours. I'm just going to put a little bit more in here. Somebody stop me. Yeah, that's perfect. It's perfect, but I'm going in again. No, I'm not. That's it. I'm gonna stand up and see if I can show you this. Oh, there you go. That was a nice shot, look. Oh, come on. Can you see how these lovely little cogs and gears are perfect with this card? Perfect. Right. So we are getting there slowly but surely. What time is it? 20 past 8. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna... So let me just give you a tip before I get carried away. Picture my legs. Oh, good, Karen. I'm glad I've given you some ideas. I promise you I'll take a photo of this card tomorrow so you can zoom in on it. I forgot what I was just going to say to you. I had to read that twice, Janet. I forgot what I was just going to say. Top tip. So remember, this is not watercolour card. This is my ice white cardstock that I use all the time for everything. So remember, we are going to tone this down. I'm not stamping over this. This is all going to be background. So because this is now bowed and buckled and I did force dry it, it's absolutely throwing it down. I've just seen the rain outside. I'm going to mist it on the back and just pop it underneath one of my heavy tubs for a minute. That was about 8-9 sprays. I'll pop it under my guillotine. And we'll leave that there for 5 minutes. So clean the stencil. These paints do wash off very, very easily. So for somebody like me who's a bit of a neat freak, it's a bit of a win-win. That's perfectly clean. Pop that over there. Change the baby wipe. Dry your desk. Let me just pop back over to Facebook. It does look lovely. I overlooked the cog stencil. What you need it, Jean. You need the DL one as well. Have a go at it, Alison. That's the whole point. This is why I like to do these things for you, because you've still got the patio doors open. No, it's absolutely throwing it down here. Right, so we're just going to quickly highlight some of the areas in these stamps. Now I'm going to use my water brush, so I'm just going to give you another tip. If you use the chalky paints with the water brush, it might stain it. It might stain the bristles. It won't harm it, but it might stain the bristles. It will wash out, but it might stain the bristles. Oops. And I'm just going to... I think I might just do one flower from each, just so we're not taking forever. So I'm going in with my water brush, and I'm going direct over. Oh, it's perfect. Love it, love it, love it. Just remember, if you paint over a stamped image, the paints are really good quality. They will cover the stamp. So I'm going around the stamped bits. I can't wait for you to all have a go at this. I'm just going to bring this in for you and show you. I'm just going to do one flower from each, otherwise I'll be here all night. So I'll do the same flower on each stamp. You can do it with an ordinary paintbrush. What I've found with the water brush is, I found with the water brush that if it gets too clunky, the paint on the bristles, because it's got a little bit of water and it does start to flow. It does start to flow a bit easier. So if you struggle with painting, particularly, the water brush will help do that. But just, I'm lucky. I've got about 10 sets of these water brushes. Oh, look at that. Let me show you. Oh, come on. Let me show everybody. Can you see, look, where I've gone round and added some shading in the middle? And that is tone on tone. So that is the French beige on French beige. And I'm sorry, but I've got to do the other one that matches it. It's the devil's in the detail. Ooh, yeah, that's right. How clever that we've watered a colour down. We've watered a colour down to create a paler version. And now I'm painting with it direct, with no water. And we've now got two different shades of the same colour, with water and without water. That's amazing. Oh, butterfly. Oh, so I've just squashed the butterfly. Sorry. Sorry, butterfly. Just remember, don't go over your stamped bits. Because the chalk content is really high. That will do. So moving on to the blue and the pink. It doesn't take 2 minutes to do. And look at all this, what a waste. What a shame. So just a reminder for anybody who's joining or umming and ahhing, you'll get 30% off the paints tonight, and it'll be the best thing you buy this year. So moving on to the blue. And again, oh, don't know what I've just done there. I've just squashed it with the brown on my paint finger. So I'll cover that up. So lovely. I love it when a plan comes together. I can't do that because it'll be hard. Oh, take that off, Phil, before you forget. So although you can't see the colour very well, and I do apologise for that, trust me, it looks fabulous. And again, if I had more time, I would probably do more, because you can paint over your paints, which I think is remarkable. So we are getting towards the end, so don't get bored. Oh, I've done it again. Bugger. I cleaned the brush before I've done the butterfly. So just a little bit of shading. It all adds to the details. And you know me well enough to know that I would faff all night with that, but I can't. Right, last colour, the pink, and then we can start. We'll do the sentiment, and then we'll get on with putting this together, because I know you want to see it finished. So same with the pink. I've chosen the same flower from each colour, and like I said, I've just gone over the stamp bit. Like I say, if I had more time, I would colour a few more flowers in. Well, actually, I'm not colouring the flowers in, I'm just shading them in the centre. So if somebody could do me a massive favour, probably Em, because Emma said she had the same problem with her lights. Try and find out for me if it is my phone or if it is a Facebook issue. Because I've been using the old phone above me for the camera, for the overhead, for about 5 months. And it's only just started doing that. Which leads me to believe it's a Facebook issue rather than an internet or a camera issue. So we've now created our lovely little embellishments. They'll be glittered at the end. I'm just cleaning my water brush the wrong way. Don't do what I've just done. You should never squeeze the water out your brush to clean it, but we all do it. Do I need these again? Let me just check. No, I don't. Chuck them in the water. Right, embellishments. What am I looking for? I'm looking for my card. Oh, thank you, Julia. It is very easy, though. Oh, that's much better. Thank you very much. We will take that. So it's not 100% dry, but I'm not going to force dry that again. Let's just have a little bit of brown on the edge of this one. And you know why? So it makes the top of the card stand out. Now, let's get this glued onto here. It's not dry yet, so bear with. Oh, I've had a lovely time making this card, I've got to say. Go and get the stamps, by the way. I'll remind you. I'll try and remind you at the end. The urgency is for the Floral Curio Cascading Frames, the complete set, because it's still on the website as an introductory offer, and it shouldn't be. It's our mistake, and I only spotted it earlier. So take advantage before it goes back to full price tomorrow when I do it. Okay, it was very good. I've just done a check on Facebook and they say they have no issues at the moment. They always say that, Emma. Can you remember when I was having all that trouble with the Wi-Fi? Facebook never replied to me once. Never replied to me once. So hopefully you can see what I just did there, because I know the ink is still wet on around the edge, so I've turned it face down and I'm rubbing from the back. Oh, lovely. Even if we have got a little extra bonus splat. So that going on foam tape. Oh, incidentally, I didn't use the originals because we ran out of time. But can you see in the originals how much bigger the flowers are? I was going to have a couple of big flowers, but I'm not. We're going to stick to the cascade. So foam tape. Thank you, Heather. I think it's happening to everybody with the weather, Susan. I don't think it's just you. I've been very lucky tonight. It's not frozen for me at all. So let me just give you another tip just while I'm doing the boring bit of putting foam tape on. I've done this as a tall top fold card. So my L I took off the edge of the page, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. But if you do this as a square card, don't go off the edge of the page. So keep your reverse L smaller and further away from the edge. So let's just pop this on. And don't ever do what I'm doing tonight, because this card is not 100% dry. So you should never put your matting and layering on when it's not 100% dry. But time, as you know, time. A bit of glue for wiggle time. So you'll see this all come together in a minute. I haven't put any glitter on, and I will do in a minute, obviously. But I will explain to you why. So can you see what I did there? Because I left my border bigger. What's happened now is your eye is instantly drawn to the top where all the detail is. And another layer of foam tape. When is your next box kit coming back? You've not had it. Oh, thank you, Jackie. Michelle, I've got no idea. Karen knows all that. I honestly don't know what I'm doing. Well, that should give it away. I thought the workshop for the canvas was next Saturday. It's not, it's this Saturday. So I am doing 2 layers of foam tape on the front of this card. And in all honesty with you, I was going to do the inside of the card to match. I've done a panel for the inside, but that's never going to happen. So for the inside, I would have just done a corner. Just so you know. Right, it's definitely warm because my glasses are slipping off my face. It's very humid. Oh, this bloody foam tape, I thought I'd got rid of it all. Oh. Oh my God. Cover your ears, everybody, because you might just hear me say something I shouldn't. And I can tell you where this roll's going, what's left of it. Oh, there you go, it's working again. Must have just had a dodgy bit. Right, I'm not going to foam tape that. So we are on a top fold. We are on an A5 top fold white card. I'm not putting glue on that part because I don't want it to buckle my card. Oh, you can see, look, can you see already? I'm going to make this again in different colourways. Right, so now we are going to cascade up here with the flower stamps, the doodahs, so the frames are going on here, and we want the largest one. No, we want that one first. Largest one, medium one. Just bear with me while I'm messing. La 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 la, my favourite part. My favourite part. I can't believe it's only 22, that's cracking. So in the little sweetheart sentiments look, we've got with love and birthday wishes, etc. as little border sentiments. So let me see which one I want. They all fit, but I want it to be want it to be, I want you to be able to see through it. It does look a bit like a meadow. You need scratchy. Yeah, the scratchy stamp is fabulous. Oops. And you look at it and you think it's a bit too much because it's scratchy, because I've called it scratchy. Right, I know what I'm doing now. Let me do the sentiment first. And I want a long sentiment, so let's have birthday wishes. Birthday wishes. Stamped in the same brown. And I want it about there. Birthday wishes. I'm having a lovely time. I think Linda, because Linda's just put, look, she loves the delicate colours, and I think I can honestly say it wouldn't matter which 3 colours you choose from the Chalky Paints, even if it's one of the strong colours, because you can water them down. I'm just going to put a little heart at the end of that. I just want the smallest one. I don't know if that's the smallest, but it will do. It will do. Oh, I should have stamped some hearts in the background, shouldn't I? It's too late now. Little heart. So we are nearly done, so if you're getting bored, I've only got about 10 minutes to go. Oops. I always put the tiny stamps back up straight away because it's so easy to lose them. Right, so now we're going to start building this little cascade all the way up. I've just got one job to do first, and I bet you don't know what it is. I'm doing the glitter on this first. Oh, let's do this one. Oh, I had 2 choices then and I couldn't decide which layer to do, but we'll do the top one. It's very rare. In fact, I think I've only ever done it about 5 or 6 times ever. It's very rare that I would do a double glitter like layer. One's usually enough. I'm not very good at less is more, but I always know when more is too much. Do you see what I mean about the machination stencil? Look how pretty it looks in the background. So I've got no dies. The only embellishments going on here are from stamps. So I'm going to shape these a little bit. They are going to be glittered because obviously they'll get lost a little bit. But the colour palette is meant to be soft and shabby chic. So let's just put these in order. Add the glitter last. And your pearls and gems and what have you. It looks so nice. I wish you could see it in real life. That poor butterfly, look, I keep banging its antenna. Right, so where shall we start? So I know that these are going at the bottom, and pink is going to be the one that you see the most of, but the sentiment's going over it, look. So we will start with blue, I think. So we will start with blue, and I'm going to go... Oh, decisions. Bear with me. I need to faff. Sorry, everybody. I need to faff. Let me just see what I'm doing. I need to know. I need to know which order I'm going in. Right. Scrap that. I'm starting at the bottom. Faff away, Phill. I'm starting at the bottom, and I'm starting with the doodah, French beige. Because what I'm trying to do is not go along here. I only want to go up this side. And I'm doing this with glue gel to give me some time to wiggle, because you know I'll be tucking some on top of the others and some underneath, and this is the best part. So I want that painted flower to be seen. And then I'm going blue, so I'm trying to change the... Is that the same? It is. Yeah, I'm trying to change the image each time I layer it. That's better. And then we'll have a fat pink one there. I'm messing, sorry, but I want it right. I've spent all that time doing it, I want it right. So by the time I put the butterflies on, you know you're not going to be able to post this card. Or you might be able to post this card if it's in a box. So can you see what I'm doing? I'm tucking under, sticking over the top. So I have ended up using all 9. Oh no, I hadn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe. I've covered up a bit more of the background than I wanted to. Let me just see if I can push it in a bit. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And then we'll finish. Perfect. So yeah, I told you I've not gone across the other side, and that was a conscious decision. because we've got the little grey board things there to separate us from the stamped background and the painted flowers. You know I've got to do it. I said I didn't want pink next to pink, but it's got to go on because that little gap is bugging me. So hopefully you can see that I've got lots and lots of layers. It's twisting and turning, and we've almost created a garland from those stamps. So now the frames need to go on. So the biggest one is going at the end, and that's just flat. You wouldn't actually need them on. Ooh, ooh. Oh, I'm tormenting myself. Do you know what? I'm not putting them on. Oops, I've just squashed that. I'm not putting them on. I think it's pretty without. I think it's pretty without them. So let's just make that straight. I'm just doing it on the guillotine. Save that bit. I do love the grey board frames, but I don't think it needs them. Perfect. See? Aren't you surprised? I even know when to... No, I'm not putting any of them on. I'm going to save them. I'm not putting any of them on. I will use them, you know I will. But even I know when to stop. Yeah, I have covered a lot of the background up, but the whole point is it's only edges that you see. It's the whole point. I've got a bit of bloody glue gel on there. Right, so let's get the sentiment on and the butterflies. And then I'll see if I can get a bit of glitter on. I've done that on the wrong side. I know it needs to be higher there because of the doodahs. Oh, I really like this card. I'm going to make this again in different colours. And all that colour, this was all just plain white cardstock. I think in retrospect I should have come a little bit further there, but it's too late now. So I'm not going to put the glitter on. Let me see if I can. Hang on. Because the big flowers need glitter in the middle of them. Let me just see if I can before we go. Let me just see if I can do it without disturbing it too much. Yeah, it's still setting. I should have waited a bit longer. At least this will cover the glue gel up as well. And then we've just got the butterflies to put on. And you notice I've I've done 2 and not 3 or 5 or whatever. I don't care about 3 5s. And oh, it's so lovely. Let me just cover the glitter up, the glue gel up. So now the glue gel, look, can you see? The glue gel's got glitter on. So butterflies, bone folder. And these 2 butterflies will finish this card nicely. I'm so not patient, and I should be. There we go, that's it. So just shape the flutterbys. I'm not putting glitter on the butterflies. Shocking, I know. So we'll have the biggest one at the bottom and the smallest one. Oh, it'll cover up that little pink spot. And I'm not even going to put any random pearls on this card because there are no pearls anywhere else. So it doesn't need them. Well, hopefully you've learned something different to do with your chalky paints. And I know I said it all the way through this video, and I know I nag like I know fisherman's wife, but take advantage of that 30% off the paints tonight. I'm going to just do a quick reminder for everybody who may have joined us later. So the current new sets of the chalky paints, which are the 15 that I've got here, oh, I'm not going to bring them all in. If any of those sets of 5 have got 30% off until I forgot when. You just need to put the code PAINT in capital letters in the thingamabob. In the thingamabob, the code box when you're checking out, and the 30% will be deducted automatically. So let's just see if I can do a little close-up without the camera going. Oh, you can actually see. Now, how bizarre is that? The camera's working fine now. It's when I move the card. So I will take a photo of this tomorrow. There you go. Look at the colours now, look. Oh, why has it not done that all night? And can you believe that this whole cascading border, the whole border is from, no it's not. The whole border is from these 3 stamps. So I've used the cascading, the frame stamps, the Floral Curios cascading frame stamps, and completely turned them on their head. All these embellishments are what you see there. And I think that's really, really pretty. And do you know what, everybody? You might be able to post that once it's dried. I love that card so much. And I know I've said it. And I know I'm going on about it. But I love it. Anyway, enough rattling from me. Yeah, they do, Linda. Oh, that's what I was saying. Linda's just said the top fold cards set it off nicely. And they do, I think, because it sits nicely, look, on a tall card. And remember, I said to you, if you were doing a square, if you do a square version of this, you would need less embellishments. But don't go to the edge. Don't go off the edge. And I should have made this top part a little bit wider so we saw a little bit more. But hey-ho. Hey-ho. Right, so couple of little reminders before we choose. Thank you, Nina. Nina, love it, love it, love it. And I 100% agree with that. Oh, thank you, Monica. It's just a nice, easy way to use your chalk paints in a slightly different way. And you know, I would have spent more time colouring in some more of the flowers, but it gives you the idea. I'm here to give you the ideas. Right, so what shall we do for the winner? Oh, Karen, what shall I do for the winner? A frame stamp? It could be any of the 6 frame stamps. Let's do that. I hope we've got enough now. Oh, thank you, Samantha. Right, so let me do the usual socially stuff before we start doing the giveaways. So, if you haven't, I need you to please make sure you have liked and followed my Sentimentally Yours Facebook page. So it's just at Sentimentally Yours on Facebook. And also our shop Facebook page, which is at Honeypot Crafts. And my Facebook page, which is Phill Crafty Martin. But this is the one that you need because that's where we post the most stuff. So my Instagram is Phill M Martin. My TikTok, oh, this might be a good one for TikTok. Oh, I might do that in the morning. Is Phill M Martin. And this logo button is out of date because it's now X and not Twitter. But surprise, surprise, it's Phill M Martin. And for those of you that have watched on YouTube or haven't yet, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel, S'il vous plaît. It's free with loads and loads of videos and lots of inspiration. So just the YouTube channel is just it's Crafting with Phill Martin. And 2 more things I need to tell you, just in case you don't know. We do have our very own Facebook group, which is packed with wonderful, lovely, marvellous crafters. Loads of talented crafters in there with lots of inspiration, sharing their ideas. And we do our Thursday night happy hour deal, which is a live with me every Thursday night in there. So search on Facebook for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. You do need to accept my rules when you ask to join, otherwise I won't let you in. And the last thing I need to tell you, like we're not everywhere already, is the blog. So please do, it'll take you an hour to do all these sign-ups. Please do sign up to the blog, subscribe to the blog. It's philmartin.wordpress.com. And Saz and the design team girls always contribute, and their content on there is absolutely amazing. In fact, I look at it sometimes for ideas. So please do get on the blog. Right, so for anybody whose name is chosen at random, you're going to win one of the cascading frame stamps. I don't know which one, it'll just be random. So if your name is chosen, you have to send us a private message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, please. And we will get your winning stamp sent off to you as soon as possible. You can just see the colours. I've just turned my lights off. I don't think it's made much difference, so I'll put them back on. So let me do the winner on YouTube first. So good luck, everybody. It is random. It's just wherever my mouse stops. So good luck. So all the way to the top. I hope I've shown you something a bit different tonight. I love that card. In fact, I'm going to hold it closer while I'm choosing the winner because I love it, love it, love it. What a gorgeous way to... Who would have thought that this was them? Anyway. So good luck, everybody on YouTube. Scrolling. I can't land on Saz because it's not fair. So my mouse has stopped on Kathleen Adam. So Kathleen, congratulations, you're the winner on YouTube. Oh, you can see the colours just nicely now, look, soft and delicate. So congratulations, Kathleen. Send us your address, please, on Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, and we'll get one of the stamps posted off to you. So thank you, everybody. But if you're in the Facebook group, I will see you on Thursday evening at 7 p.m. for the last happy hour for a couple of weeks. So do not miss it. So over to Facebook. Good luck, everybody. You know the drill. I can't believe it's 9:05. I thought I'd be done about 1:15. I'm just going all the way to the top so it's fair to everybody. Right, here we go. Scroll, scroll, scroll. And the winner on Facebook is Heather Morrison. So the mouse has landed on Heather Morrison. So Heather, please send me a message, please, on the Facebook page with your name and address, and just a reminder that you've won one of the Floral Curio frame stamps. So thank you, everybody. I promise I'll take a better photo of this in the morning for you so you can see it better. And then you'll be able to see all these lovely colours show up a little bit more. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Genuinely loved making that. And I promise you I will be doing that again. Get the Mechanation stencil. Get the stamps. The Floral Curio Cascading Frame Bundle. I am putting it back to full price tomorrow. So you've got until tomorrow to do that. The 30% discount code for the chalk paints will last until Sunday. So thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and I will see you in our Facebook group on Thursday night. Thanks, everybody. Bye.